Hi everyone, Sharon here with Creating with Sharon, and today I'm going to show you how I did these cards. I'm not going to give you any of the instructions. They'll all be listed in the description. So let us get started. So I have my beautiful Roco Rose. Hello. Then I have my insert. But before we get started, what I'm going to do is, in order to get this right here, I basically cut off 2 inches of the Roco Rose. So I'll just do that. Use my little mini trimmer here. This is only available until March 31st, which is on Tuesday. After that, you won't be able to get it. So I'm going to trim off 2 inches off that. Just put that to the side along with that. So there we got that. And I also have, this is going to go into the inside. That's going to go there. And I need to do this piece here and then these pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in my soft suede and just ink this up. Just need one of these, the ferns, and then I'm going to bring in my Roco Rose and do the flower. Well, this has to be one of my favorite bundles. Okay. Those to the side. So now I'm going to bring in my dies. So these are the dies from the Nature Slots. So I'm going to bring in the flower, the rectangle piece. So that's going to give this piece right here with a gorgeous edging on it. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to bring in this one here to do that right there, just like that. Let's put these out of the way. I'll bring in my Big Shot. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape just to keep everything in place. Because when I move it from here onto there, I don't like it to bounce. So, and this one here, I find if you move it around, you'll get the exact spot, so that's not it. So I like to take highest, this is a time-consuming piece. There we go. I think I went around once. There we go. I'm going to put washi tape on that also, just to keep it in place. Bring in some more. There we go, we got it. And just I'm going to just do another piece at the edge of the fern here. And I'll put this on there. I'm going to put this a little bit on the slant so when it goes through it doesn't clunk, and I'll just put a little bit of washi tape there just to keep it in place. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Oops, sorry about the noise there. I have my magnetic platform. And I'm going to line everything up. And then just run it on through. And then I'm going to just bring it back again just to make sure that I got it all cut nicely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these off. And I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of Roco Rose because I'm going to do my butterfly, my tiny butterfly. And I'm also going to do some of the ferns. So doing that one there. And same thing, I'll run it through one way and then bring it on back. Just take the butter out. There we go. There she is. And then I'm just going to run this one through one more time. So I have a few of them. Then I'll bring the big shot back in. And back. There we go. Okay. Oops, there we are. Just put this puppy over to the side so she's out of the way. And then we'll just come back in. Now I stamped this piece right here, and I didn't clean off this piece right here, and I didn't clean off my stamp because I'm just going to stamp the corner of that, just like that, and then we'll just glue it on into the center of the card. Just like that. Okay, so there's the centerpiece. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this piece off. Do the same with these guys. Look like it's cut all the way through on that one. So I'll just bring my scissors and I'll just fussy cut around that. Look at these. I got that one. Take the washi tape off. Let's put this back into the package so I don't lose it. And then I'll take this one, same thing. Let's pop these guys out. And then I have a little bitty one right here. I'll just in case I need, I don't know if I'll need it or not, and then I have my butterfly. So on this one here, I'm going to bring in the stamp set said Hugs, Prayers, and Love, and with my soft suede, I'm going to stamp it to the left hand side like this. There we go. And what I'm going to do too, I'm going to bring in this piece. And see on the background how I did some background stamping. So I'm just going to ink this up and I'm going to stamp this off. And then I'm going to stamp one this way. And then I'm not going to ink it up, and I'm just going to bring it over and do it this way. So you have your multiple coloring there. Now I'm going to bring in this fern here. I think I might dimension this. I like dimensionals on my stuff, so I'll do that. There we go. And just put that one right there, like that. Now I'm going to bring in the flower. So with the flower, I'm going to just put it just like that, but I'm only going to put dimensionals on the one side that's going to be in here. So I'm just going to put my dimensionals in there, and I'm going to double them up. No, not. Put one there and one there, just like that. Hold on. It does not want to come off. There we go, we got it. And I'll put her, and just add a little bit of glue onto the back so she sticks to the fern and doesn't move around. So just like that. And I'm going to bring in these ferns. I'm just going to just place them. And there, I think probably here. Yeah. And just put a little bit of glue on the back side. And just slide it in. So you got to be really careful where you put your dimensionals. You don't want to slide it in and then not go in all the way. And then just slide it in. There we go. And where's that little butterfly gone to? I know I just saw her. There she is. So I'm just going to add just a little. Before I do that though, I'm going to bring in my champagne mist and my aqua pen. I'm just going to give the butterfly and the flower just a little bit of bling. I just find that the shimmer paint just gives it a little bit more bling than the actual Wink of Stella. Just color it all in. There you go. And then with the butterfly, you're just going to just add a little bit of glue onto the back side of her. And just put it right there. And then we're going to bring in our soft suede. I'm going to dimension this onto here too. Just, I like dimension, so. And I just bring in the bigger ones. There we go. That. It's not perfectly straight. And then I'm just going to glue this onto here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the side here. And then center this just like that. No, I'm not going to put any ribbon on that. So, there you go. Card number 1. Easy peasy. Put that one over there. Just straighten up a bit here. And then we're going to do this card here. So what you're going to need for this one is you're going to need a case. You're going to need some wipes. I like to use 2 for this one. I think I got 3 here, so I'll just put one back. I'm just going to put this inside. Now I'm going to bring in my reinkers. So what I have for this one is I have Soft Suede, Roco Rose, and I think this one is Pear Pizzazz. Which it is. Okay. And all I'm going to do is take my reinkers and put about 7 drops of each color. You don't want them on top of each other, but fairly close, because you can see they do spread. There we go. So I'm just going to let it spread out a bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to bring in my piece of braided burlap trim and my scissors. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to fray the end of it. Just like that. Oh, I don't think this is going to be long enough. I'll bring in another piece. There we go. And just fray that just like that. Both sides. I'm going to fray quite a bit of it because I'm going to trim it down, so I just want to make sure I have enough so when I put it onto the card that I don't have to trim it or fray it while it's on the card. So just gives a bit of that rustic feel, I guess you'd call. So I have my card base. So this is the larger piece. This is a scrap piece. This is where we're going to stamp everything onto. This one is where how we're going to make this piece right here. So I like to have my cleaning sponge handy, because what I like to do is, let's put that right there, is when I ink this up, you just want to ink it up, then take it and put it onto your paper, and then clean it off. ink it up again and do your again. Clean it off. If you don't clean it off, you're just going to have all the colors start to blend, and then it's going to go. You're not going to get the effect that you want with this. There. I'm going to try and get all the edges. Just there we go. I think that looks good. Now I got a little bit of ink on my surface here, so I'm just going to use my chamois and just clean it up a bit. I don't get ink on everything else. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in the Subdual embossing folder. Put this all away. And I'm going to run it, I'm going to make it look like a canvas. So in order to get the canvas look, what you're going to do is put it in your stamped image into here. And bring in your big shot. And you're going to run it. Oh, make sure that's straight though. Nothing like lines aren't straight. So I'm going to do it this way. And run it through. Then I'm just going to take it out and then flip it this way. And oops. There we go. So now it looks like a canvas. So I'm just going to glue this onto the base of my card. I'm going to do that using my Tombow glue. Now you can use this any colors you like. You can use any stamps that you like, but I just like the effect of those colors and with that stamp set. Here we go. So there's the base. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the flower and the leaf. So the leaf I'm going to do in Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to just do it on the top because I need to cut out this piece right here too. So do that in the green, Pear Pizzazz. Then I'm going to bring in my flower and stamp that in the Roco Rose. And on this one here, I'm going to use from the Stitch So Sweetly, I'm going to use these two dies. They actually fit really nice inside of each other. So you can get that gorgeous layering look. So this one will be... So I'm going to bring in my washi tape again because it's going to... I need to cut out that one. And that one I don't, and then, like I said before, I don't want to have it moved on the inside of the Big Shot. So let's... This one. That one I'm thinking we'll be okay with that one. And while I'm doing this too, I'm also going to cut out the Pear Pizzazz of this piece right here. So once again, I'm bringing in my Big Shot and my magnetic plate. And just see if I can get these all on one, but I don't think I can. Oh, maybe. Yeah, for sure. And just line them all up. Let's run them through. So we'll go one, oops, and then back again. And I'm going to just do it one more time. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to get the feather. So I'm just going to just run it back. And I'm going to put this feather on there so it actually embosses and cuts at the same time. So I'm just going to just put it at the end there. Run it through a couple more times. There we go. Take these guys off. And put this to the side. Put these away as I use them. That's my goal for this year. So I've done this one. So this one is going to sit. See how perfectly that fits inside of each other. Gorgeous. So these two are going to go back into this one. Now I do my Technique Card Club online if you're interested. You are committed to a 6-month period, and during that 6 months you will become hostess to that time frame. And then you reap the rewards of being hostess. So you will receive free products and any hostess specials that are going on at that time. Okay, oh, they're right here. So let's just organize that after I've done this. And once again, I'm going to bring in my champagne mist. When you're also, and I don't think I mentioned in the previous card, make sure you don't have any water in your aqua pen. Or, you know, a good thing too, good use recycling for the Wink of Stella pen too. You can, once you're finished with that, you can keep that and use this, the shimmer paint to color. There you go. There's that one. That's the only one I'm going to do with this one, on this one here. Just put that to the side. Now I'm going to bring in my soft suede and the stamp set again. And I'm going to just take it almost right over to the side. The reason why I'm going to do that is because when we go to put our leaf, our fern, and our feather in there, you want to leave enough space so you're not covering up the sentiment. Okay, and with that, I'm going to put it in like that. I like to dry fit everything. And then the feather in behind. So I'm just going to just trim down the fern a tad. So basically just take it off right there. I'm going to glue this onto the image. Just take it around just like that. See how I did that, eh? Whoops. Just to hide that little bit of, see? And then I'll just bring in. So it's not a mistake, it's just an opportunity to do something else. And then down here. And then with the flower, I am going to add it with dimensionals because I want height. But so I put 3 on the back side. And just now I'm going to dimension it again. I'm just going to just put it on the 4 corners of this one. And then one in the center. And just like that. Perfect. Push these guys all out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in the burlap. And how I'm going to adhere it is, some people like to adhere it right onto the card base. I like to adhere it onto the burlap. The reason being is that you can place it wherever you wish. You don't have to put it where you actually taped it. Just put that just about there. And that's going to go on top. So because you're using the burlap and you have something underneath it, I am going to add dimensionals onto the back side so it doesn't adhere onto the burlap. So So I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something today. I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel, so every time I put a video on that you will get a notice. And there we go. So these are the 2 cards that we made today. Cute. Same stamp set, completely different cards, different colors. Gorgeous. Love it. So there we have it. So thanks so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate people watching. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And if you need to order product and you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. Just hit that shop button on any of the items that I've listed below and it'll take you right to my store. Okay? Well, thanks again for joining me. I greatly appreciate it, and you all have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.